your name and what you're actually doing at the club today.
My name is Val Clark, and I am the first aider person with the club of Melton Soccer Club Phoenix.
All right, great. And do you travel around with Melton normally on their games?
I get to many games, especially on Sundays, because Sunday is the most convenient day to me today.
All right.
I've been with this Melton Phoenix Club since 2005.
Yes.
And I was invited by 3 players back in those years, and I've been with them ever since.
Oh, that's great. That's really good effort. We really thank you for being here. Have you experienced a lot of injuries in the past? Have you?
Not very many,
Yep.
and none of them. Only one was serious, and that was at a training night, midweek training night.
Okay, great. And I just want to ask, what is your score prediction for today's game, Port Melbourne against Melton?
The games of soccer
Yes.
does not come into my realm very much because I'm an ambulance person.
All right, have a go.
A draw.
A draw! All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much, Val. We really appreciate your efforts, and I hope you can do another 10 years strong.
Thank you very much
You're
for
welcome.
your good wishes and your hopes. Your hopes are marvellous, and is one of my memorable moments for today, of which at the end of the day I will give thanks.
Thank you so much, Val, and have a wonderful
Could
day.
you pass on your name to me, please?
Meesha.
Meesha?
Yes.
I'm pleased to meet you, Meesha.
Pleased to meet you.
And thank you very much for asking me to be a guest on your show.
You're absolutely welcome, and we'll spot you soon. See ya.
I look forward to seeing you again.
Let's take a trip. First day of summer 1956. We be making hits, working all night till we shake the tips. About time you pay this. Cooler than the breeze off Miles Davis. Like we both are neighbors. Call the police when we're trying to make that cash. We got the cash. Say we got the cash. Hey, get out the way. It's Billie Holiday and we got the Say we got the cash. We got the cash. The sweet Harlem. First day of summer, none of 56. We be making hits, working all night till we shake the tips. About time you paid us, cooler than the breeze off Miles Davis. Like we both are neighbors, call the police when we're trying to make that cash. We got the cash, say we got the cash. Hey, get out the way. It's Billie Holiday and we got the say we got the cash. We got the cash. The sweet hauler.
Can you please start off with your name, what team you represent, and the score for today, please?
My name's Vanessa. I'm the coach of the State 2, State 3, Port Melbourne team. Today we played against Melton and we came out with a great win. I believe it was 5-2. The girls dug deep today across the board, especially to some of our new girls have really developed some real strong skills over the last couple of weeks. We've been focusing on doing the triangle formations on passing, and I could really, I would have to say, real shiners today would have been Anna. She's been having heaps of growth in the weeks, in the last couple of weeks, and really shined through today. We also had Gabby. Gabby had a couple of opportunities to run through. Just unfortunate she'd been caught off on the offside rule, but again, that will come, and we'll be working on some timing and running in the next couple of training sessions. But altogether, we really did play as a great unit today, which we came away with a much needed win. And the girls are stoked.
All right, perfect. So Vanessa, just give me, what was the main highlight for today? What were you really happy with?
Look, to be honest with you, my main highlight would be, again, whether we're winning a game or we're losing a game, it's more about a development. And I'm really impressed, and I was overwhelmed that the girls actually took on what we did over the last couple of weeks of training, and we would just been focusing on triangle formations, how important that of a role it plays within the game. So for them being able to execute that during a game is priceless, and it brings a smile to my face.
Excellent. So you had a replacement keeper today. How do you think she went?
Yeah, look, it's not exactly Flo's job to be a keeper, but, she's stepped up to the plate and, did a fantastic job today. Flo has also got an issue with her knee at the moment as well, so for what she's capable of, she did well. She had a couple of great saves as well, so that's one for Facebook. So, it was a great job by everyone.
All right, and Vanessa, just tell me a little bit about yourself. This is your first coaching year, I believe.
Yeah, so I was an assistant coach last year, and this year I'm the coach of the State 3 team. Myself, I was a player manager last year, but it's unfortunate that due to injury I'm unable to play anymore. So my previous experience is that I played, Prem League, played with the boys while I was a young lass, I guess, and then played Prem League for close to 9 years, and now I've just ignited the love for soccer that I have, and joined Port last year, and really amazing bunch of girls here, so it really feels like a family unit. So I definitely will be here for many years to come.
Oh, that's great. And Vanessa, just to finish off, so you're very happy with the result today. What's the one thing you're actually going to focus on for the team going forward?
Look, especially for the State 3 girls, it's all about development. The girls come and join our club obviously for, a bit of social and fun as well, but at the same time the girls definitely want to learn how to play soccer because there's a love or a passion for it.
Yep.
So at training we're going to focus on basic sport skills. Some of the girls have never played soccer before, so it's quite important that the girls actually know how to handle a ball itself. So regardless if your level's experienced or whether it's basic, it all comes down to fundamental core values within playing soccer and understanding the core basics.
Yep.
So we're really going to focus back on the basics and get everyone understanding from there, and then obviously do add-ons and make sure that we can continue the development.
Yeah, great advice. Well, good luck for the season.
Thanks, sweetheart.
And we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Okay, so start off with your name and the result for your team today.
Okay, my name is Gisela Mir, and we scored 5 goals, and they scored 2.
Okay, and you are very, very special, player of the match. How do you feel?
Very good.
Very good. So just tell me a little bit about the game. What were the highlights for you, G?
Oh, well, I think we played very well. They were very young, very fast. They had a good tactic, but we were very strong in defense. And yeah, we could score 5 goals, so we won the game.
Great. And what position were you actually playing today?
Oh, forward. It's my first time. I was so scared.
You were so scared, but I believe that you had a hat trick.
Yeah, actually 4 goals.
4 goals. That's amazing.
Yeah,
How did you do that?
I just ran.
Just run. What do you actually think about, G, when you're in a different position? You've never played striker before.
Yeah, well, I guess you have to take the responsibility and just do it the best as you can and run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your football career. So you've come from Spain.
Yeah.
How many years have you actually been playing?
Well, I started at 14, I'm 37, so you can count. But I haven't been playing all the time. I have had some breaks, so yeah, I don't know. I started to play very early. I was very young and very good. Then I started to study and I just gave up and I'm coming back.
All right, excellent. And I just want to know, how's your experience in Australia, in Melbourne, in Port Melbourne? What's it like compared to playing in a beautiful country like Spain?
Oh, wow. Every country has its own things and Australia is fantastic. I especially like when the game finishes at the end, everyone is very happy and you always congratulate the other team. This is something that in Spain doesn't happen too much. So I would say
Really?
here is much friendly.
Okay.
It's very nice, yeah.
So would you say there's more good sportsmanship in
I
Australia?
think so, absolutely sure, yeah.
Are they more competitive in Spain?
They are.
Ah.
Yeah.
So would you consider yourself pretty competitive and friendly, or where do you sit in this?
Oh, well, I'm getting older, so I guess I'm getting more friendly. But I used to be very competitive.
All right, great. And what's the one thing you can say to all the girls for their advice, especially for striker position?
Just do whatever you think you have to do, dare to do it, and if you have any mistake, it doesn't matter. You're gonna learn and you're gonna make it.
All right, excellent. And just to finish off, G, just blow us one kiss from Spain.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you start off with your name and what team you represent and the score for today, please?
I'm Belle Broad, I'm from Melton, so we're Melton Phoenix, and the score today, we went down 5-2.
Okay, now just tell me a little bit about your team. How did you actually perform today?
We were probably lacking a few subs, being on the long weekend.
Yep.
But so we probably ran out of legs towards the second half there. We've got a lot of young girls that stepped up from the under-16s, so it's good to give them a run in the women's. Probably next year a few of them will have to be playing because of their age, so it's good to kind of mesh some experience with the older girls and get the young legs from some of the young ones.
Yep. All right. So, just talk a little bit about the formation. What was your formation coming into the game?
We play with a flat 4, just to play the offside. We have 2 in the centre with 1 sitting just above that, and then a single striker with 2 out wide.
All right. So, I actually noticed you were doing some great formations using the wide player to set up the goal. Is that what you practice a lot in training?
We've just been focusing on passes to feet because that's where our strength is. We've got a few fast girls, but the strengths of a lot of the girls on our team is with the ball at their feet. So we've been focusing on keeping our passes to feet and only putting it in front of the player when we've got a bit of space.
All right, cool. So just talk a little bit about Port Melbourne. What do you think the performance was from our team?
Yeah, they did really well. Look, they were first to the ball most of the time, which is something that we took out of the game, that we really need to start to move first to the ball. Very physical, so they held themselves well, and there was also a lot of talk on their side of the pitch.
So you mean like there's a lot of communication with how to receive the ball, how to play the ball?
Yeah, like when someone had the ball, they were calling out to them, giving them options, talking to each other, particularly on the throw-ins. There was, give her 3 options, so I would assume that that's something that you guys have worked on at training, to give 3 options from a throw-in.
Yep. All right. And what else can you take from today's game for your own team?
Look, we took the positives of our passes working really well. We're probably going to work on our fitness a little bit more and our physicality on the ball. Yep,
great. All right. Well, thank you for the interview and good luck for the season.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Okay, so can you please start off with your name, what team you represent, and the score for today, please?
My name's Conrad Dawson. I'm the coach of the Melton women's team. Pretty sure the score finished 5-2.
Yep.
But yeah, we sort of let you guys in. Our keeper's pretty young. She's under 16. She came up our normal keepers away. So it was a little bit disappointing. She was, she's still new to the game. A few costly mistakes, but overall I was happy with our team's performance. We did a lot of passing, which had good penetration, but we just couldn't finish the game. And we were hit on the break a few times by a couple of the big players, and they happened to finish their chances. So, yeah.
All right, cool. So, just going back to your keeper, I actually think she had a brilliant game. I mean, you could tell there was a little bit of inexperience, but considering how many she actually saved and she kicked out, she did amazing.
Yeah, no, she did well. As I said, she's young. She plays for our under-16s team.
Yep.
There's still a few things she needs to learn. I guess one of her biggest downfalls is indecision. So she's a bit hesitant.
Yes.
And 3 goals came from her hesitation, but she's still learning. She's a big talent. This is her first year playing, so she's got a lot to learn. But in saying that, I think she's one for the future.
All right, great. Now let's go back to your whole team. What were some of the strengths that you were really happy about today?
Our passing was really good. As I said, we had good penetration with our passing. It just broke down in the final third. Just couldn't seem to get around your defence.
Okay, and just to finish off, what's the one thing you're going to focus on for your team next week, Conrad?
I can focus on our defence. As I said, we play a high line, which your strikers were able to get through, so we might have to look at that. Defence is normally pretty strong. We've conceded very few goals in the season, so it was a bit of a shame to concede 5. So, yeah, we'll work on our defence.
All right, well, thank you so much for the interview and good luck for the season.
Thank you, you're welcome.
I'll get a shot with you walking to your bike.